Most investors don't fail because they were wrong. They fail because they were late. With silver, hesitation is punished harder than almost any other asset. The market often moves just before the crowd fully understands why. By the time it all makes sense, the opportunity is gone. Today, we're covering the 10 things about silver most investors only learn too late. Lessons that could make all the difference if you act now. Number 1, silver is not just an investment, it's an industrial choke point. We're not just talking about jewelry and coins. Silver is absolutely essential for our modern world. Electric vehicles, solar panels, AI data centers, and nearly all advanced electronics depend on it. Unlike gold, which is mostly hoarded and reused, silver is consumed. It's used up in tiny amounts in billions of devices and then discarded, permanently removed from the available supply. This industrial demand doesn't care about investor sentiment or market speculation. It just keeps pulling silver out of the vaults day after day. This is why, when a real shortage finally hits, the price reaction isn't gradual. It's sudden and violent. By the time the news reports a supply crisis, the market has already repriced. Number 2, and this is critical, paper silver and physical silver are not the same thing. When most people think they're buying silver, they're often buying a paper promise, an ETF, a futures contract, or some other derivative. These instruments are built on a foundation of confidence and liquidity. But what happens during a real market stress event? Imagine thousands of investors suddenly demanding delivery of the physical metal they thought their paper contracts represented. The system wasn't built for that. Historically, during times of market panic, the premium on physical silver, the price you pay over the spot price, explodes. You might see the spot price at $28, but a physical ounce could cost you $40, $50, or even more if you can find it at all. Most investors only learn this crucial distinction when it's too late to act, and they're left holding a paper promise that can't be fulfilled. Number 3, most people will never own enough silver to matter. There's a psychological comfort in owning a few coins or a small bar. It feels like you've checked a box, like you've hedged your bets. But this is the difference between emotional ownership and strategic positioning. Let's walk through an example. Say you have a $200,000 portfolio and you buy $1,000 worth of silver. If silver goes up 10 times, that $1,000 becomes $10,000. Your total portfolio is now $209,000. It's a nice gain, but it hasn't fundamentally changed your financial outcome. Scale matters far more than symbolism. The deepest regret isn't owning silver that went down, it's owning too little of it when it performs exactly as you hoped it would. Number 4, silver moves slowly until it doesn't. One of silver's most frustrating traits is its ability to trade sideways for years. It lulls you to sleep. It tests your patience and makes you question your thesis. But history shows a clear pattern. Silver will remain quiet, sometimes for a decade, and then explode in a matter of weeks or months. Too many investors mistake patience for hesitation. They wait for confirmation, for the price to start moving before they buy. But in silver's case, that confirmation usually comes after the biggest, fastest part of the move is already over. Once momentum truly starts, the speed of the ascent catches almost everyone off guard, leaving them on the sidelines. Number 5, the gold to silver ratio doesn't normalize gradually, it snaps. In simple terms, this ratio just tells you how many ounces of silver it takes to buy 1 ounce of gold. When the ratio is high, say 85 to 1, it means silver is historically cheap compared to gold. Many investors expect this ratio to slowly drift back down to its historical average. But that's not what happens. History shows us that the ratio compresses violently. Silver doesn't just catch up to gold, it aggressively outperforms it. Analysts are always updating their price targets after the move has already begun. These shifts happen so fast, they leave most investors completely stunned, wondering how they missed such an obvious signal. Number 6, banks don't lose control slowly, they lose it suddenly. For years, there has been talk of price suppression in the silver market, particularly through the use of short positions in the paper markets. During stable, liquid times, this control can be maintained. It relies on confidence and the ability to meet any demand with more paper. But what happens when a physical shortage becomes undeniable or a massive wave of buying overwhelms the sellers? The shorts are forced to cover. They have to buy back the positions they sold at any price. Suddenly, the biggest sellers become the most desperate buyers. The exits become impossibly crowded all at once. Control can be maintained for years, but it can be lost in a matter of moments. 7, liquidity disappears exactly when you need it most. During calm market conditions, everything feels liquid. You can buy or sell large amounts without moving the price much. It creates a dangerous illusion of safety. Now, picture a panic scenario. Everyone is trying to either buy physical silver or sell their paper silver at the same time. The bid-ask spreads. The difference between the buying and selling price widen dramatically. Order books that once seemed deep become thin and fragile. Planned exit or entry strategies completely fail because the market you planned for no longer exists. The mistake is assuming that the liquidity you see today will be there tomorrow when you actually need it. Number 8, by the time silver feels safe, it's already expensive. When do your friends and family start asking you about silver? It's usually after the price has already doubled or tripled. Mainstream media coverage, stories of overnight millionaires, these are all signals of late-stage participation. This is the point where buying feels comfortable, validated, and safe. But comfort is the enemy of opportunity. The best buying decisions almost always feel uncomfortable. You're buying when nobody else cares, when the price is boring, and when the thesis feels distant. If you wait for the safety of the crowd, you're usually just providing the exit liquidity for the early investors. Safety almost always means the biggest upside is gone. Number 9, most investors will sell at the wrong time. Bull markets are not a straight lineup. They are volatile, with sharp pullbacks designed to shake out the weak hands. This is where emotion takes over. An investor might watch silver run up, feel brilliant, and then panic sell during the first 20% correction, locking in a small profit or even a loss. They confuse a healthy correction with the end of the trend. Very few investors actually follow a plan. They get scared out too early, or they get greedy and hold on for too long, riding it all the way back down. This cycle of emotional mistakes repeats in every market, every time. The ability to hold through gut-wrenching volatility is what separates real profit from a good story. And finally, number 10, the biggest regret won't be the price you paid, it will be your position size. Years from now, if silver makes a historic move, investors won't be agonizing over whether they bought at $70 or $75. That small difference will seem trivial. What they will remember with deep regret is the amount they failed to buy. They'll replay the moment they hesitated, the moment they decided to buy a little instead of a lot. They'll do the math on what could have been. In the end, meaningful exposure matters infinitely more than timing the entry perfectly. Hesitation is what creates the deepest, most lasting regrets. Silver doesn't wait for you to understand it. It doesn't pause for consensus. The key is preparation, not prediction. Market windows of opportunity don't close gradually, they slam shut. This isn't about predicting a price on a specific date. It's about deciding whether you want to be positioned before the rest of the world finally wakes up. Thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate you watching all the way to the end. I love sharing this content and helping people understand silver and the bigger picture. If it touched you even a little, consider liking and subscribing so we can keep learning together. I'll see you in the next video.